All right. Hey, everybody. I almost said happy Thursday night, but it's Monday night. I am a disaster already here. And welcome to our first Monday in October. I always love a new month, a fresh start. I love the fall. I love October. A few of us are going off to leaders retreat, and we're going to come back with hopefully some great stuff to bring home to you guys. John Maxwell's going to be there. We're going to have, usually they release a new product, so that's exciting. Don't quote me on that, but they usually do. There's always a lot of fun things to look forward to as we are heading into our busiest season. So I want you guys to, strap on tight. This is a fun time of year from now until like May. It is our busy season. So let's get buckled down, focused, and let's get going. First, before Jody and I get into any training, we're going to go back to doing testimonies on these weekly calls. And we're going to kind of group them according to their illnesses or their former illnesses and the product. So tonight our focus is going to be on ProBio 5, and we have two amazing testimonies. I know Kathleen Ann had more than just IBS. She can tell us, but IBS is the main one we're going to talk about tonight, and we have Debbie Vasquez on too. So Kathleen Ann, do you want to tell us a little bit about your story and how Plexus has helped you?
Sure. I started, I always had migraines when I was a kid, and then the mid 90s, I was driving to work one day and I was having really bad cramps, and I was just chalked up not feeling well with the stomach, because with the migraines you get upset stomach and everything. But I passed out when I was driving the car and had an accident. So the doctor diagnosed me with IBS, put me on strict diet, put me on all kinds of medicine. It didn't, it would come and go. It was just, it was a pain, because it's hard to live life and go to work when you have an upset stomach and you're in pain all the time. Then I had my kids, and while I was pregnant with them, I ended up with blood clots and problems with the plasma in my blood. And then about 10 years ago, I started with some more autoimmune diseases. Bell's palsy, left side of my face was paralyzed for a little while, chronic shingles, thyroid disease that they couldn't get under control. It was just one thing after another. I was constantly going back and forth to the doctor with blood work and scans. And then about 3 years ago, I worked with Erin, I used to work with Erin. And I saw all the results that she was having with Plexus, and I said, let me try it. So I tried Plexus Slim with Accelerator. I was not consistent with it. I was like, this doesn't work. And I was just so frustrated from not feeling well all the time, and then, not really being consistent, that I left. And then within the last 2 years, it just got even worse. It's all tied to gut health. I started with bleeding ulcers. While I was there for bleeding ulcers, they found out I had celiac. And then I was diagnosed with neuralgia. It's constant pain. It's so bad at times that I would have to drive myself to the emergency room and get morphine drips. So I was just a mess, and it was really impacting my work. It was impacting my family life. I never felt good. My kids were always like, you're always yelling, you're tired, you never feel good. And I was missing out on a lot of stuff. So, and at this point now, I was at the doctor every 8 to 12 weeks just for monitoring blood work. So still lurking on Erin's page and seeing all her posts and everything. And then Sue McQueen. And I was like, you know what, let me just try this. What do I have to lose? Because I already feel like crap. So if it doesn't work again, then it just doesn't work. So I called Erin in January. I said, you know what, I want to try it, but I also want to sign on as a wholesale investor, because I have 2 kids going to college. So if this works, I want to spread the news and maybe help finances on top of health. So January I started with Complex. Bless you. About 6 weeks in, I could feel a little bit of a difference at the beginning, but by about the full 6 weeks in, I couldn't believe the difference. And I'm pretty much very pessimistic, which is probably why I'm always stressed out all the time. But like I just had so much more energy. My kids were like, oh my God, like I would sleep late. I was up at like 8 o'clock in the morning, like by myself without an alarm clock, which is like big for me. Like I didn't have any more bloating, no more cramping. Like I really just, the migraines, everything was just starting to go away. And I couldn't believe it. So I actually had my doctor's appointment in April, and I'd actually blown off one before because I felt good. So I got yelled at when I went back. So when I went in April and had all my blood work done, he was like, I think we can take you off some of, like I was taking all this vitamin D and all this other stuff too. He's like, I think we can take you off some of that. I'm still on the thyroid medicine, but it is lower. And he's like, I can't believe it. And I was losing weight too. And I've been trying to lose weight. I had joined the gym. He'd been yelling at me to lose weight. He's like, oh, you're going to the gym? I'm like, no, I haven't actually been to the gym at all. He's like, how did you lose weight? And so I told him, you know, what I was taking. And he's like, oh. But the ulcers went away completely. I have not had any more of the bleeding ulcers. What started off as one thing and just blew out into like a ton of other things from there. Seemed to start to get under control and like pretty quickly. And, you know, people at work were noticing the difference between like the weight loss and even just the way I just wasn't stressed out anymore. I didn't even look tired anymore. I've been able to maintain the weight loss. And I have to say, I did come off for a little bit in June when things got a little wild at work. I was just forgetting to take Plexus, and I certainly felt the results of that. And it was huge. It was bad. I went right back on right away. And then I did start taking these also to help with the inflammation. Like around March and April, I added that in. And now I don't take it all the time anymore. I just take it like when I need it. Caffeine, all I did was drink tea and coffee all day long. Even at night, I could be drinking it like right before I went to bed. It wouldn't keep me up. And now every now and then I'll drink it, but it's just to drink it, not because I crave it. Always drank Coke too, all day. And
that'll kill you.
Yeah, I don't drink it anymore now. But like my body actually craves water. I never drank water. Like
crazy, right?
Yeah, my kids are like, we'll go out to dinner. They're like, you're not getting soda? I'm like, no. Like, they just can't get over that because they just don't know me any other way.
Mm-hmm.
Every morning, I do the shakes and some of the fresh fruit in there. And even that's new too, because a lot of the fresh fruit is fruits with skin on it are irritants. They inflame your intestines. So it's one of the things that they tell you to stay away from.
Hold on, Kathleen, and I'm going to mute everybody, and then you can unmute yourself again.
Okay.
Okay, you can unmute yourself. Okay, there you go.
Right. Just what I was saying was the fruits, they can cause inflammation. So they're one of the things to stay away from. I can have it no problem now. Like, so obviously the celiac's not going anywhere, but it's huge, the difference. Then this summer I added in X Factor Plus and Vital Biome, also huge. But I really think like the biggest difference was the probiotic, because I didn't have that the first time I tried also. I was doing slim. But I think the probiotic has really been huge.
And one of the reasons why you didn't have the probiotic was because I was really bad at my job when I started this. And it was the difference in selling a product versus really getting to know the people and asking questions. And, the first time you tried it, I didn't know you were this sick or you had all these things. And I didn't know about probiotics and gut health. I was just like, Slim Accelerator, woo! And I never followed up with you, because if I followed up with you, for sure, you would cancel your order. And, I was, made a lot of mistakes. So a lot of things that we're trying to teach you guys, we've paved the way with mistakes. So don't do what we did in the beginning. So we're trying to teach you ways to not make the same mistakes we did. So thank you for sharing. I love hearing these testimonies, guys. One of the biggest things about this company is you have to have belief. And if you've ever been to an event where you heard testimonies, or, seen them online or been on these calls and heard testimonies, that is how you build your belief in this company. These products work. And, we always have these people in our ears saying they don't work, they don't work. All you got to do is get on this call and they work. So thank you, Kay Cool. You're the bomb. And I'm so glad you're feeling better. And by the way, she's an elementary school principal. That's not like a little job. That's kind of a big deal. And she had to suffer. Like, I would have never known. You're pretty badass. You're pretty tough. Like, I would have never known you were sick just by seeing you and being around you. I never saw you complain. So you're pretty tough.
Thank you. You made me all better.
You made yourself better because you took the dang product.
That's true.
All right. So Deb is another one, an IBS testimony. So she's going to unmute herself and share a little bit about your plexus journey. I know I saw her on.
I am on. You hear me?
Yep.
Okay.
Hi, Mama.
Well, how are you?
Good.
Good. Well, my plexus journey started back in 2005 when I was about 44 years old. I started getting sick, and it was all gut. And I would end up in the emergency room, and they would pump me with pain medication, take blood, and all the results would come back positive. And they would never really go any deeper than that. They said, your stomach's upset. You need to stop eating for a day and kind of relax that, and you'll be better. So I did this constantly. And I would end up in the emergency room, just like Kathy Lean, every 6 weeks, 8 weeks. And it was just really from bad eating habits, but I didn't know that at the time. So this went on for a good 4 years. They ended up taking my gallbladder out, thinking that was the problem. They did find a stone. That was great. But when I recovered from that, I was still so sick. And a few weeks after that surgery, I ended up back in the emergency room. And around 2009, I had my worst possible attack. And everything they gave me, from morphine for pain, Zofran for nausea, my body rejected everything. My body ended up in welts because my intestinal tract was so inflamed and so hot. They put me through a CAT scan at one point that same day. And the dye they gave me, my body reacted, my throat closed up. And really, today, I'm not even supposed to be sitting here because I should have never survived that. But God has a way of getting through. So I thank him for that. It was ended up that I had diverticulitis, and I opted to have surgery. They took 2 feet of my intestine out. And my doctor told me, he says, you need to find a really good probiotic. He says, and don't look on the shelves. He says, you got to start digging and looking because there's something out there that's good. And I remember praying, saying, Lord, help me find something good. And I had started feeling so good after that surgery that I kind of forgot my little prayer. And it took 4 years for plexus to come into my life. In 2014, it came in my life because I realized I was repeating old habits. I started eating stuff I really shouldn't have been eating, just overindulging. And he said that diverticulitis can come back if you don't take care of your intestinal tract. And once I started plexus, I knew from the day I saw this product, and I found the Success magazine, the very first Success magazine that had plexus in it. And I bought Slim and Accelerator, and I loved it. I loved the energy that I had. I slept better. The second month, I purchased the Triplex, and I've been on that for 3 years. And I finally had my follow-up appointment, which was a colonoscopy from my surgery, and there's not one sign of diverticulitis in my system. And
Hold on, I gotta mute some.
for the amount of...
Hold up. I'm gonna mute everybody and you can unmute yourself.
Okay.
Okay, you can unmute yourself. There you go.
For the amount of antibiotics that they had me on in 5 years, and they tell you antibiotics, it takes 1 year to recover good bacteria. It took a long time to get myself back to where I should be now, as healthy as I am now, with normal movements, which is very huge for me, and that's wonderful. I'm on pretty much every product. I mean, even down to the ease for pain, which I usually get. Now I'm 56 years old, and I haven't felt this healthy since when I was in my 30s. And I am so grateful for this product.
Oh, I just love you. And guys, to know Debbie is to love Debbie. And such a cool story about how she got signed up. But besides that, if you're ever around her, she just exudes like positivity and love and grace. And just you're just an amazing person. And I just love you. And thank you for telling your story. But so funny how she got signed up. She found the Success magazine, called Home Office, right? And they hooked you up. You're in between me and Drea. Probably like maybe an inch closer to Drea, which is why they hooked you up with her. So she didn't know Drea. She's Drea's level 1, but they placed her under Drea because Drea was the closest, probably gold or senior gold at the time. I mean, we were brand new. So pretty cool story. And then you came to convention in Phoenix 3 years ago and we all met you there. So.
Yep. It's been wonderful. You guys have been great. I've learned so much from all of you. Kathleen, Drea, all of you. Thank you so much, Erin.
Oh, we love you. Well, guys, the kicker here is the ProBio 5. And it's funny, I have 2 people in my life right now that are, struggling, one with major IBS and, she's taken Garden of Life and I gave her, she's my house cleaner. So I love her more than I love my kids half the time. But I gave her a full triplex. She's like, I can't afford it. I literally gave her a full triplex. I'm just take it. I don't want any of your money. I just want you to feel better. And she's in her 50s and, working her butt off, cleaning houses. And you could just tell she was suffering and she's hemming and hawing and I'm putting her in chats with people and just do it, So anyways, last night we finally got her to take it, but she wanted a real explanation of why she's taken Garden of Life. And, she wanted an explanation of why is this probiotic better? It has less strands. It has less CFUs. Why is it better? And the answer I can't pronounce, but there's some smart people on here that can. It's the strand chitos, that one. And if Kathleen will unmute herself, she could probably pronounce it. But it's the antifungal enzyme that breaks down the chitin. That's that tough exoskeleton, right? So that is one of the major reasons why our probiotic is different and better. And, I was also just at gymnastics with a mom who just recently got diagnosed with Lyme disease. And she's now on rounds and rounds and rounds of antibiotics. And I was like, listen to me, as your friend, not as a plexus person, as your friend, you need to find a good probiotic. And she's like, I know, I just found one. I was like, no, you didn't, because you didn't buy mine. And she's like, well, I was like, you're going to tell me Garden of Life? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, I'm not saying it's bad. On paper, it looks really good, but it doesn't have the strand that's really going to help you. So
hey, Erin.
Yeah.
It's chitosanase.
Thanks, baby cakes. Chitosanase.
You got it.
It's chitosanase. Chitosanase. Thank you. So, that is really, one of the things that sets our probiotic apart. And it's so important to know that little piece. So when someone says, well, I'm on a good probiotic, because it does, it has 100 billion CFUs and it has 34 strands. And why is that one better than ours when ours doesn't have all that? Well, that's the reason why. One of the reasons. So, the antifungal and the digestive enzymes are why our probiotic actually works. So thank you, too, for telling your story. I'm going to kick it over to Jody, and then I'm going to go back to some great announcements on our team page that I want to share with you guys.
Hi, everyone. For those of you that don't know me, I am Jody Rutledge, and I'm an Emerald Ambassador under Erin. Erin and I have known each other since we were literally born next to each other in the hospital, so that's kind of a cool story. Did dance together when we were 4 years old, so we have some pretty good pictures going all the way back there. I'm going to start off by telling you, did everyone get the email about October incentive? Because if you didn't, you want to check your email. The 2018 Plexus Custom Planner is our October incentive, and just want to make sure that everybody knows how to earn it. All we have to do, and this is very attainable, don't you think, Erin? Very attainable for all of us. We have to get 2 personally sponsored ambassadors with welcome packs. you guys, we can work, all of us, to get 2 ambassadors this month. The next step that you have to do is get 2 personally sponsored preferred customers over 75 PV. So I just believe that this incentive is so achievable for all of us. So let's do it. Also, if you read on to your email, you can also earn the pen that goes with it. And to earn that, you have to earn the planner, obviously, and then you have to check on this one. You have to have your convenience order on. We all know how important convenience orders are, right? And you have to have 2 of your enrollments, preferred or ambassadors, that qualify for your planner. They have to have their convenience orders on too. Erin, am I getting that correct?
So,
yeah. And again, that's all that information is in your email too. But I earned it last year. A lot of us, right, leaders earned it last year, and it is amazing. It's a planner that you want to use. It's a planner that you want to earn. It has all kinds of fun stuff in it. I think I can show you. Sorry. Comes kind of like this. I heard this year's even better than last year's, but it has stickers in it. It has Post-it notes. It has really good quotations in it. It's just an awesome planner. Stickers. So that's the October incentive. Make sure you read the email if you haven't gotten it. Another thing that I want to talk about is events. We have some good ones coming up. If you guys have not taken advantage of these events, you really should start. For anybody that's local to the Albany area, on October 5th, we have a Fall into Plexus or Fall into Wellness event. It's in Clifton Park. It's posted in Gold Digger, so you can search that on October 5th. I think it's from 4:30 to 6:30, and it's at the Ravenswood Pub in Clifton Park. So we really hope to see you all there. For ambassadors, I think it's a fee of $10, and then you can invite any potentials that you have. So that's a really, I can't tell you, anybody that I brought to an opportunity event like that, especially this one, it's really laid back. There's going to be some testimonies. There's going to be some good prizes. But I've never left there without success on signing somebody after it, whoever I brought. So if you can go to that, I would definitely save the date. Another event that we have going on is October 11th. Where'd I go?
I don't know.
Sorry. October 11th, we're going to be doing an online Plexus event, an online opportunity event. And this is the one that you don't want to miss either. All you guys have to do is invite your people. And when I say invite, I don't mean go at 100 people to the event. I mean personally invite 5 to 10 people that you think are interested, that could be interested, somebody that has migraine, somebody that has IBS, somebody that you know needs these products. Personally reach out to them and invite them to this event. All you have to do is show up, have them show up, and we do the rest for you. So if you have not done an opportunity event, you want to start doing opportunity events. I think, is that all I have, Erin?
Yeah, is there anything else you wanted to add to that? I mean, that's perfect. As far as the incentive, these are the business activities that, you know, if you're interested in really growing a business and ranking, these are the business activities you should be doing anyways. The planner is just a little gift for you building your business. So, you know, I'm an incentive girl. Any Plexus incentive that gets put out there, I, of course, am going to work really hard to earn it. But I'd be doing these things anyways. And what I want you to think about is the people behind that, you know. So we always, I want to go silver, I want to go gold. Well, all of those faces all of those points have a face on them. So if you want to go gold, that means you just got to help more people. If you want to go silver, that means you got to help 3 people. So these points, this business, these ranks, these are all people-based. So you want to earn that calendar, go help 4 people. Go get 2 ambassadors and 2 new customers, and you're going to earn the calendar just by helping people. And listen to those testimonies. You guys, you have people in your life. Go ahead.
I would add that I can't stress enough, like if you're a new ambassador, even if you're an old ambassador, I can't stress enough, you should use your upline. We are willing to do throughway calls with all of our ambassadors. So go to your closest jewel and use us. I can't tell you enough. I feel like my most successful ambassadors are the ones that come to me and ask for help, the ones that are accepting of help and ask for throughway calls. So if you're not using your upline, I would definitely start using our upline.
And if you're on Jody's team, use her. She could convince a monkey to sign up for Plexus. Like, she's just really good. Like, when we were kids, she used to make me do things I wasn't supposed to do. And now she's just a good recruiter. Right, babe?
Yeah. I admit
that. She's very convincing. So yeah, focus on people that you can help. Use the testimonies you just heard. Use the testimonies in Goal Diggers. So let's address Goal Diggers now. So I hope that you're enjoying the changes that we've re-implemented. Going back to the welcome post, you guys spoke, we listened. We made some mistakes over the summer that we thought were helping the team, but they weren't. It was kind of like, it changed the whole culture and climate in there. And when we had people tell us, I don't even want to add my new people to Goal Diggers, we were like, whoa, okay, we got to fix it now. So anyways, we went back to everyone individually welcoming their new teammates. We went back to posting all the questions you guys ask instead of the product questions thread, because you might find something, there might be something you need in there, and you're not going to go through 400 comments to go find the one question you need when you could just type in the little search bar what you're looking for. And Kathleen has been working her butt off behind the scenes, and I'm going to share screen now and just kind of show you where to go to find some new information. Hold on one second. All right, you guys just got to peek into the Jules page for a second. Okay, so Kathleen has been, if you go over here, first of all, here's the magnifying glass. My Facebook app updated and I can't use the search feature on my phone anymore, and I really want to cry every day. So I can only get it on the computer. But if you go in here and you type in migraine, everything that has migraine comes up with it. So use that feature, it's amazing. So all those testimonies, you can copy and paste and send them to your friends. Really great feature. The files section, how to follow up with customers and ambassadors. The initial schedule, Candida. We got to start getting back to educating people on Candida and why Plexus is so important. The health questionnaire. I mean, Kathleen, look at all this stuff. She's been really working her butt off to, you can see these are all this in the last week. So thank you, Kathleen. And on top of that, she made an amazing video right here. Guys, you have to watch this video and you have to share it with your prospects and everybody that starts on Triplex. It is so good. So it really sets up the expectation that you need to be on this for 90 days. You need to be, how to take your products, what to expect, die-off symptoms, what Candida is, all that stuff that we really, really need to be teaching. Kathleen made an amazing 7-minute video on it, and it's awesome. So watch it yourselves, share it with the people that are taking the products under you or as your customers. And this is going to be like a new duplication process. So you sign someone up, you put them in the team page, and you have them watch this video. And then when they sign someone up, they put them in the team page, welcome them, have them watch the video. Simple duplication. We want people to understand what Plexus looks like, what we expect them to do in their first 90 days, and what these products can do for them when taken correctly. So thank you, Kathleen. I know she's on. She's being all quiet over there. It's probably killing her. But, so that's a great, great tool that we have. And all of these things are just tools for you to have in your toolbox. Some people like some things, some people don't. Someone told me, recently that sending samples every month isn't their favorite thing to do. Okay, that's not for you. That's just one tool, right? We don't ask everyone to use every tool in the toolbox. Use the tools that work for you.
Erin, I just want to add about Kathleen's video. I watched it and I started sending it out to all my current customers too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I think it's just a good reminder.
Customers, yeah.
Just a good reminder to how they should be taking the products and how important it is to be consistent. And so today I sent it to a lot of my current customers.
Yeah, totally. For your customers too, absolutely. It's great for both. It's not just for people on our team page. But it's just how simple, right? Like now we have a tool. All right, whatever. Joe, you just joined my team. Here's here's my team page. Please watch this video. Share it with your friends. You know what I mean? So it's just so simple. We're trying to just simplify everything for you and really go back to the basics in that team page as if everyone was brand new, because we do have brand new people in there and we're diving into some deeper stuff and not doing the basics. So we recognize our mistakes, and we definitely want to keep hearing your feedback and helping you, make this the best team page that you guys can have. So, all right, so I think that's all we have on our notes. So here's where I'm going to stop recording, and then we're going to open it up for questions. Or should I keep recording for questions? Because sometimes there's some good stuff in there. What do you think?
I think keep recording.
Okay.
I just want to add something real quick. I am just really excited that we came back to our calls with testimonies, because I think that was my favorite part. I know it was a lot of people's favorite parts of these training calls, to hear from our ambassadors that have really good testimonies. And I'm just really excited also for all the changes we're making in Goal Diggers. I think it's just great.
Yeah. I had a meeting at my house last month, and Deb was there, Kathleen Ann was there, and I think there was maybe 15 people, and we just went around and had everyone tell their story. And I mean, Deb had tears in her eyes at one point. I mean, these products are so significant, what they do for people. So never let anyone tell you they don't work, ever, okay? And don't ever feel bad if someone stops taking them. It just could be they're not consistent, and it's not their time, and they will come back. So I think having these stories to go out and do your business with, like, hey, I just sat at a meeting last night and I heard 3 people tell their migraine story. Can I hook you up with them, and maybe we could start a 3-way chat, and that way they believe you. Because it just sounds crazy, right? Hey, didn't you say this pink thing was for weight loss? Now you're saying it's for migraines? Life was so good before compliance, wasn't it? We could post all this stuff all the time. All right, does anyone have any questions? I know it wasn't a ton of meat and potatoes tonight, but I think that these tools that we're giving you guys are going to be really useful for your basic business needs. I'm going to stop recording. I'm going to stop recording because I know then they're going to start.